It definitely started in Dayton, Ohio, where I was born and raised.
Ohio. Oh, okay.
Yes,
Oh yeah, and oh, okay. So Hakeem is from Cleveland. Oh, so no wonder why
right.
why you like him so much. Okay, I see. I
Yeah,
see.
yeah. But I was born and raised in Dayton, Ohio. My mom, um, single. It was a single parent household, with me and my sister. My sister is 12 years older than me. My mom, of course, she's 33 years older than me, and
Mm,
she worked a lot. And um, backstory, I'll go with my mom first. Like my backstory with my mom is that she was definitely, I won't say typed as the outcast, but she was definitely different. Like she's the lightest one in the family. And she was
mhm.
always messed with. But she had a dream to actually go into the Air Force and make something
Oh,
of
did she?
herself.
Hmm.
Yeah, she and at that age, she that's what she wanted to do. And when she had my sister, it halted her dreams, but she still had the opportunity to go. And the day that she was getting ready to leave, her drill sergeant said, "Hey, your mom wants you to go get your daughter," and that halted her dream. It
Mm.
halted her dream, and she went straight into a to tunnel mode of survival, into a moment of, what, I'm gonna live for my child, I'm gonna live for my kid, and that took a toll on my sister because it was a lot of, I mean, my mom was 19, so it was a child raising a child. So,
Yes,
her
yes.
learning the best way that she could because of, learning from my grandma. But when I came around, sister's 12 years older than me, my mom, and it was definitely humble beginnings, but I did I was so
Percent.
sheltered and covered that I had no idea, you know.
Right, right.
Um, but you know, definitely the government cheese joint. I've definitely put water in my frosted flakes. You know,
Oh, yeah.
you know,
Come on.
um,
Yes, come
definitely,
on with it.
definitely. My
Mm-hmm,
my
hmm.
mom my mom worked. She was a nurse at the VA, and she
Really? Oh,
she
that's okay.
worked. Yeah, she worked out long hours, very long hours. She worked 3:30 to midnight, at least about
Mm.
17 years of my life.
Ooh,
You know,
ooh, ooh.
so I rarely saw my mom, and when I did see my mom on the weekends, she was knocked out.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
and
So who did you spend most time with?
I spent a lot of my time with my sister.
With your sister.
She
Okay.
and my sister definitely was a tomboy. She definitely, not a girl's girl. She was either skating or she was playing basketball. She was running track. She was playing volleyball. She was all into that, and she didn't let having a little brother stop her. She took me everywhere she went. Even when it
Oh,
came
wow.
even
That's
when it came
crazy,
to high
Fred.
school. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
when it
Yeah, real
when it
real
came
quick, I want
to
to I'm sorry, I didn't mean to
oh
cut you
yeah.
off. I'm let you continue, but I want to assert this. You sound like my mom. My mom is like 8 years older than my uncle, and she was like
Mhm.
mom to him.
Yeah.
It's like because back then, you could take like you could be a child, take care of a
Mhm.
child. Like my mom, 8 years old, used to take my uncle in
Yeah.
the stroller to the park
Yeah.
and feed him and just look after him. And even until now,
Yeah.
even to this day, they both senior citizens, and she both she still looks up for my uncle. Like she doesn't play about my uncle, and I don't either.
Mm. Right, right.
So yeah, I just want to assert that. I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
But yeah, she literally, she literally, my mom didn't believe in babysitters. My mom didn't believe in none of that. She said, "Hey, watch out for your
Yes.
brother,"
Yes.
and that was no question that that's something that, say my sister took on, because I mean, I'll put it to you like this: like, my sister got put on punishment, I don't know how many times, because she said, "Mom, can you give me a brother? Can you give me a baby brother?" And when I
Oh,
when I
she was
came,
put a punishment for that.
yeah, she got put on
Why?
punishment because, it's that talk, like, stop bugging me with that talk, get out of my face, I'm taking the game away, I'm taking this away, so it
Okay.
was, yeah. My mom was very, very strict. My mom very, very
Yeah.
strict,
That's a bit
especially.
much.
Oh
You
yeah, I
know.
I was put on punishment for drinking the last bit of the Pepsi.
Oh,
So
see now
yeah,
you
so
want for that for it. You want
see,
no, you
yeah,
know you want for
see,
that. I knew you had that coming. Now you see that's a whole other thing. Now you talking about Pepsi now. Now you
oh
know,
yeah, oh
yeah,
yeah.
you,
Yeah, yeah. Let
the
me drink the
last bit
last
of
bit.
Pepsi, the last
Yeah,
drop,
that
a
little
little swallow.
swallow,
Oh,
that little
yeah,
swallow.
yeah,
Oh
yeah.
yeah,
You,
oh yeah.
yeah.
She was like, go on in your room. But yeah, my sister took me everywhere. I remember she had this yellow 10-speed bike, and she rode it everywhere, and she had me right in the middle everywhere
Right.
she went. You know, basketball practice, everything. There's so many times where I've been to her high school at the time, and like all her friends would be like, "Oh, this is my little boyfriend," and I'm over here like, like yes, yes, take me,
Oh,
So yeah, I had no idea that we were in rough times just because of everything that my sister was involved in.
right, right.
So yeah, it was definitely humble beginnings,
Yes.
definitely.
So let me ask you. Stevie said that she DM'd you. So
Okay.
all right, thank you, Miss Stevie. Yeah. So talk more about. I want to hear more about the type of cartoons you used to watch. What what were
Mm,
Did you have? Did you know that you had a creative thing at that time? Oh, let me rephrase that. Did you know at that time during your childhood that you were born with this gift? Because, like I said before, creators are born with it. It's not acquired. Is in them. So,
mhm.
did you know at that time during your childhood, or did you know
Oh man,
later than that?
I knew at 8 years old.
8 years old. Okay, so
between
let's talk about
between
that. Let's talk about it.
between between 6 and 8, between
Okay,
six
so
and eight
let's talk
years
about
old.
that.
um
And what
I
was the inspirations?
it was it was definitely it was definitely lonely at times, because
Mm,
around that time my sister turned 18. She went to the military, and she went basic training and left me fend for myself. So from 3:30 to midnight, what I'm saying, I was by myself,
mhm.
plenty of times. And I couldn't go outside. I couldn't go outside until the weekend. And when the weekend came, all of my friends, is in separate households, so they're going to a different house to go see their pops. And during the week, I never got a chance to see them because I was always in house, and the only thing that I had was TV and Hot Wheels.
Hot Wheels, yeah.
And I will only say that I don't even remember watching cartoons. I think I went from Thundercats straight into like movies. Like it
Okay, okay.
just
Oh,
straight into
Thundercats.
movies. And
Okay, you mad at my own heart. You said Thundercats. I'm
oh
sold right there.
I thought Thundercats was
It
everything.
it
But
is. It was.
oh
It
yeah.
was. Mhm.
But
Mhm.
then but then I saw a movie. I think no, actually, I'll go back a little further because like my sister, she took me, like I told you, she took me everywhere.
Everywhere.
She
Mhm.
took me to go see Eddie Murphy Raw.
She took you to
Diapers,
see
she had diapers, Similac, everything. And I think it was delirious. It was delirious. And then I won't say old enough to listen to Eddie Murphy Raw,
Yeah,
but
you're not supposed to listen.
I
You're not supposed to listen to
but
that.
I was definitely too young to listen to Eddie Murphy Raw.
Yes.
But all I know is
Yes.
that when I saw Eddie Murphy Raw, I thought it was the most hilarious stuff I've ever heard. And that was when I actually felt like I could do something like that.
Yeah,
You
okay.
know, and then going to like different movies. Oh man, like when anytime that Eddie Murphy was on, I wanted to see what Eddie Murphy was doing. He was
Mm.
it was remarkable. From Beverly Hills Cop to 48 Hours. I watched
Mm.
every single movie, and then I started to. I'll probably say like around 8 is when I really started to take in and listen and take in what they say and how they say it, and and that's where I started to develop memorization.
Got you.
And I remember for Christmas I asked for this bow and arrow. It was a Nerf bow and arrow, and I got it for Christmas. And I watched this movie called Robin Hood with Kevin Costner, and that has so much action and so much, life into it, that like every every simulated like fight, I was doing the same thing they were doing in my living room. I would jump on couches and like just fling my bow and arrow, say what they saying, mimic the words and everything.
Yes, yes,
And it went from that to Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles to White Man Can't Jump, and that
yes.
right there, White Man Can't Jump. I was like, oh my gosh, Wesley
Oh,
Snipes is Wesley Snipes was so smooth and so dope. I was just like, man, I want to be like that. That's how
oh,
smooth I want to be. I was like, man, you got to be kidding me. And then I came across Pretty Woman.
okay.
I've never like that was the first time I ever seen like a sequence of like a romance. And you know what I've had to been to watch
Mm-hmm,
that.
mm-hmm.
And to see how Richard Gere, how smooth he was, I was like, that's how I want to be, you know. And I memorized that movie from heart, by heart, to White Man Can't Jump, to like, oh my gosh, I would probably
Yeah.
say that's where it was at. And I was just like, and I would mimic stuff like, when, of course, like when my family, when I was by myself, but when my family came home, like I think like my attention started to just go like really, really haywire, because then I would start uh versing what I heard in the movie, and they'd be like, "What are you talking about? What is this? What are you talking about?"
He start quoting
And,
quoting the scripts.
and, and then they will watch a movie. They will watch a movie the next day. It was like, "That's what you was talking about." I was like, "How did you know that?" And I was just be like, "I'm here all day.
You
I'm
left,
here by
like I said, you
myself."
left me here with all this. You left me
You
here.
know, like the best thing that my mom did was like order these VHS tapes, of all the movies that I wanted. She was like, pick out which movies that you want, and I'll get them. And that was my babysitter.
Yes.
I would literally just sit and just watch TV all day. And like my mom could be like, "You're on punishment. You can't go outside." I'm like, "Okay," you know. But like, one minute she'll be like, "You can't watch TV," and I just be like, "For real?"
Yeah, that was it. That
You
hit
know.
hard.
And I tell you, it TV gave me life, because everything that I saw, I actually embedded, and then like I like transferred it and just told everybody else the way that they did it. I mimicked. I can't believe like half the people that I mimicked. It was Bernie Mac. It was Chris Tucker. It was all these people.
Mm,
And like
wow.
when my sister would come home, she'd be like, "Hey, do Chris Tucker or do Bernie Mac," and I was just like, and I would just sit
Yeah,
there and
do
just
it.
do
Do
it.
it, Fred.
I can't do it now.
You can't do it now. Oh, see,
I can't do it
that
now,
would have
but
been. See, I would have been the icing on the cake right there.
oh yeah, like, and I would probably say um that's going further. That's going further as I got older, towards
Right.
junior high school. So
Okay. Let
I
me
want
get
to
into
stay
that.
in that
Yeah.
realm. I want to
Yes.
stay in that realm, but yeah, I would do all of that, and then I would actually get in trouble in school, because I would do the same thing when I got to school. You know, and I had a teacher named Miss Douglas. She knew that my attention span was like just haywire,
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
and there were some days where she just like the last 5 or 10 minutes of school, she would give me the last 5 minutes, 5-10 minutes of school to just be goofy, just act out and be funny, and like
Oh wow.
I would make everybody laugh, and I loved it. I loved it, but when I got home, I was definitely you know I won't say channel. I was definitely quiet, because
Yeah.
like my sister be like, "Hey, calm down, hush up, shut up, don't say this and don't say that." So I started to get shy and started to get quiet, because
Not to
my
annoy anybody. Oh,
my my animation and everything was very, very wild back then. So
oh wow. And so
she
it started to
she
get to folks.
yeah,
Get to folks.
she put the clamps on me and was like, "Hey, calm down. All right, you
Like
did
tone
your
it
thing. I
down,
leave."
tone it down.
You know, but
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah. At least she was able to have the outlet. I'm glad you mentioned about your teacher because I'm going to get into the elementary, junior high school phase of it all because I like to discuss that as well. Such a
Hmm.
pivotal part of our lives that we don't discuss enough because that's where we develop our social skills. That's when we
Right.
are, figuring ourselves out. We're, exploring more of our anatomy as well as other people's anatomies. Like opposite sex.
Hmm.
How that goes.
Right.
Hopping in the staircase. You're try, what I don't know whether you're a shy kid, a popular kid, and
Oh
how
yeah.
where kind of self discovery at that time, and then
Hmm.
you got into the Miss Douglas and how she was gave you the outlet, she gave you the opportunity to
Hmm.
showcase, and a lot of teachers they don't have the time or they're just not really able to really
Hmm.
kind of have the ability to do that. So the fact that she gave you the time to shine in that way, that is so important. So
Yeah.
I want you to dive more into that phase, elementary and junior high school.
Yeah, I was definitely I think I really believe I had ADD before ADD was
Mhm,
actually out
mhm.
there because my attention span was like this, and the only thing that kept my attention was TV, and I that's just basically just what I did, and I still do it to this day. Like my day consists of is running in the morning, workout after I eat, get dressed, go to work. If I'm doing an audition, I'll do an audition. If not, on my day off, I have my favorite food and I'm watching TV all day. That's
So
pretty much
TV is still your thing.
TV is still my thing. Even especially now, I'm on Tubi most of the time because the people that I'm
Yes.
working with, they are constantly like having projects. So I definitely want to support them, and I'll watch, and then I'll hit them up like, "Yo, that was dope what you did." I definitely do. I definitely do that to this day.
Well,
So,
great, wonderful. So, but
oh yeah,
going back to the back into the junior high school and elementary, junior high school, and you mentioned that you still keep TV, is still a part of your staple.
right.
But let me get more and let me get you more into your self discovery because like I said, we don't talk about self discovery
Mhm.
back then. If you can remember that far back then, what was your periods of self discovery? Were you a shy kid, popular kid? Did you hump in the staircase? I want to know that too. Did you hump in the staircase? Yeah, I gotta know. I'm curious. I
That
gotta know.
everybody from my junior high school and high school would be like, "Oh man," because everybody found out that I was messing around in the staircase. Word got
See,
out, and everybody called me a freak back then, and I was just like, "What the
oh,
heck does that
Freaky
mean?"
Friday. See,
So,
look, see, I knew
but
it. See, Freaky
but
Friday.
but
See,
yeah, uh, but I'll say junior high school is where I definitely figured myself out a little bit as far as my want to act was definitely there because around that time is when Friday came out, and
okay.
everybody
Yep.
everybody knows Friday, and like I said, I memorized that movie from the opening
What's
credits
your favorite?
to
What's your
the
favorite line for Friday?
oh man, um Pops, every time I come in the kitchen, you in the kitchen, and he just chomping those grapes.
Yeah.
Goddamn refrigerator, eating up all the food. I want some of them chitlins. I want pig feet. And I
Mhm.
that always and then but what the most thing was it was just Chris Tucker. The whole
Yes.
every time that he was on, I was just like,
Yep. Yes.
and I mimicked him so much that my voice got so high that like it was like I
He was
never hit
mimicable.
puberty.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
It was like I never hit puberty because like I kept mimicking him so much because I would go to school, and I remember the first time I told people like I memorized the whole movie. They was like, "Stop lying, let me hear it." And from the
Wow.
opening credits to him waking up, it even like the little kid that was on the bike. I knew
What?
that part.
You
I
did,
literally knew.
Fred?
Yes, and everybody got so amazed of the simple fact that I memorized everybody's parts, including Chris Tucker,
Wow.
Ice Cubes. I knew everything from start to finish, and like, and it became a thing. It became a thing in every classroom, especially when we had downtime. They'd be like, Fred, do Friday. And I did it so much that my nickname was Smokey. They
Wow, that
they
is insane.
my nickname was Smokey, and I remember I was in music class. I was in music class, and I was messing around doing the whole thing, and I had a teacher named Mr. Shide, a music teacher by the name of Mr. Shide, and he like, I got something for you, and he gave me a script, and I was like, what's this? He was like, oh yeah, this is a script, and for an audition. I really want you to take a look at this and sing and give it to your mom. And as soon as he gave it to me, I saw all I saw was I'm gonna be I'm gonna be on Sister Sister one day. That's all I thought.
Sister,
I was like, I'm gonna
sister.
be on Sister.
Wow.
It
Okay.
because like that was one of the shows that I was watching all the time. If it wasn't a movie, it was that show.
Oh,
And
okay.
and
I'm
Mark and
listening.
and Marcus Houston was go home, Roger, and
Roger.
I was just
Uh
like,
huh.
that
Uh
is
huh.
that is So I remember going home and I was like, Mom, I got a audition. This guy, one of my teachers gave me this, and it's like, can you think you can take me? And I knew it was a stretch for her to take me because for one, we didn't have a car, and for one, she was always working, so she really was like, I ain't got time for that. Get out my face, and it ate me up to know that I couldn't do it, but
Mm.
I learned the first page anyway. I learned the first page, and I remember because my teacher kept asking me, he's like, "Are you going to go? Are you going to go? You going to do it? You going to do it?" And I never like gave him a yes or a no. But I was in class one day, and it was quiet, and I just like and just did the line, and his mouth just literally dropped. He was like,
Mm.
"Are you going to go?" And I was like, "I can't. My
Well,
mom,
what
my
was
mom
that?
don't have a
What
car."
was it? You said it was a script that you had. Do you remember it?
I don't remember the script, but I don't remember the script, but I do know that it was very, very lengthy. And I automatically was like, I'm not going to be able to do this whole thing. But that first page, I memorized that first page and I did it, and his mouth dropped. And
Mm.
that's where I knew I was like, I want to be an actor.
Mm.
But I wanted to be an actor at 8. But it really like solidified right there.
Yes. Yes.
And but in the back of my, and I always have put acting in the back of my mind because I love football. You know, I
Okay.
I any chance that I got to go outside and play, it was always throwing a football, playing football, anything that dealt with a football. And I just remember just focusing and playing football. I was actually I'll probably say at the age of 12, I could throw like 40 yards already.
Mm-hmm.
So it was it that's all I had in my head. Like, forget acting. But God had something for me. He was like, you gonna forget acting. I got something for you. You'll figure it out.
Right.
So
I'm loving this.
so yeah.
I love
So yeah.
this.
Oh
Oh
yeah.
God.
Oh,
Yeah.
we're gonna dive in. You gonna you gonna be you
Yes.
gonna be
Yes.
you gonna be like,
Absolutely. Yeah.
right,
Yeah. I can't wait. But wait, hold on. Before we do that, before we get to the next thing, fool. You seen Craig?
oh, he in the house. See? You almost got me. You almost
I couldn't help it. I couldn't resist.
you almost got me. I'm like,
Like who she call a fool?
right. Oh, oh yeah. Some people want to buy sugar or even ketchup. Hell no.
Like, when you when Smokey drags Deborah out the house, you know, like what you doing here in my house?
Oh, it's that part.
We met Janet
Oh
Jackson.
wait. Oh yeah.
Like why you in the house?
Oh,
My mom is in Vegas with her boyfriend.
Felicia fucking Debo too. Where your mama at?
She's in Vegas with her boyfriend.
Oh, so y'all just parlaying over here. Party. Mm.
And yeah, but talk about the when you met Janet Jackson. I want to hear that. I want to hear that part.
Oh, okay. Let me get it in my. You're like, oh, that's Janet Jackson. Janet Jackson. We gonna hook up or what? We could kick it, but I told my mom I gotta pick her up. Oh, I'll take you go
Oh,
get
there's
her.
nothing,
No,
nothing wrong with
she don't like a lot of
it.
people when I go with her. She don't like a lot of people.
Oh God, okay, I'm sorry. Thank you
oh,
so much for indulging me, friend. I couldn't resist.
oh yeah. Man, that movie, man. Oh.
One more time, one more thing.
Okay, yeah,
Wait,
right. What you got?
wait,
What you got?
one more. Oh wait, when she came up and when he told Deborah about how she said she liked Janet Jackson and she was like, "Oh, I know she didn't go there."
Yeah. How you gonna hook me up with that bald headed ass girl? Shit, she look like Janet Jackson. She could
I
have to
know
call it
she
more like
looked. Oh,
Freddie Jackson. You know she ain't nappy headed. You know she ain't had no damn hair. Hey,
yeah. Thank you for indulging me, friend.